I think it's all right. Well, now that we've started our recording, we've resumed. Now I will officially welcome you to the second half of our call this evening, which is the business piece. So for tonight, we're going to be talking about the Live Guide. And I'll bring that up in just a moment, but just to give you all a little bit of background, if for those of you who haven't seen it, which hopefully most of you have because it's pretty popular, but it comes from the Share Success program, which I believe was developed by Laura Jacobs a while ago, and now it has been officially bought by doTERRA, and so I don't know what doTERRA is going to do with it, but we'll see in time. And so then when they get that all figured out, hopefully you'll be able to buy those pamphlets and stuff again. I kind of like having them on hand. But the idea was tonight I wanted to show you the Live Guide just because it's such an awesome way of following up with a person and teaching them about how to use the essential oils and other products from doTERRA in their everyday life. And you can use this before you enroll somebody, but you can also use it after you've enrolled somebody and are ready to follow up with them again. And so either way you want to use it, but it's just a really great guide, so we're going to go over it tonight. And like I said, it's from Share Success Systems, so you can look it up online, and I'll pull up the website right now, and I'll share my screen with you all. So let's do that. Sorry, lots of share screening tonight, but that's okay because we can still kind of see each other as part of it. Okay, let me make this bigger. Let's see. All right, y'all see that? Kind of, yes. Maybe. Yep, perfect. Okay. Well then, so let's get started with it. So this is the Live Guide. So I accessed it from sharesuccess.com, and when you just go to sharesuccess.com, it has all the different pamphlets on there listed. So Live, it'll have the Build, Share, all that, which the Share one isn't very good, so I wouldn't worry about that. But go to the go at least to the Build one, go to the Live one, and then the Launch Your Business one. Those are all really helpful. So okay, sorry, just need to move this all of your little faces here. It's obscuring the option to turn the page here. Sorry, I just have to move you all. Oh, okay. All right. Now I have to move you back. Okay. So when you first get together with somebody and you're sharing the oils with them, there's all kinds of things that you can tell them. And I tend to get just a little bit overwhelmed when I talk to somebody because I'm like, whoa, what do I do? What do I talk about first? Just because there are so many different things that you could talk about. And there we go. But there's a lot of different things that you could talk about. And so this is just a handy guide to help you get on focus. And I don't know why my computer's being ridiculous and not letting me just select it one page. Here we go. Maybe it'll work with me. Wait, there we go. Okay, I think it's going to stay. Okay. All right. So when you first open up the Live Guide, here's what you see. Little congratulations on choosing to live naturally. And then you get a nice introduction how to use essential oils in kind of just the morning time. So here's, the basic place where you're going to start your day. And I also like, too, if you look down here at the bottom left-hand corner, it talks about doTERRA's wellness lifestyle pyramid. And if you notice, of course, part of any good wellness lifestyle, you're going to have nutrition, you're going to have fitness, sleep, all those kinds of things. Proactive healthcare, which, of course, essential oils are part of, and any proactive, doctor's appointments, whatever, but these are all different things that are going to help contribute to a better lifestyle. And so when you're meeting with someone for the first time, or whenever, it's nice to just remind them and to help them have that holistic view of their health and what they want to do, just so that they know where everything fits in. And by the way, if anybody has any questions or comments about this or anything else, please feel free to shout out, and I would love to hear it. But anyway, so like I said, here we go. Here is the way to start off your day. So we've got some awesome recommendations here. You got green smoothie, and you got oatmeal. You've got some good recipes here. Just some good ideas of how to incorporate essential oils and then some of the other products into your morning routine. Which, again, when you're meeting with someone, it's nice to give them a better idea of how they can be incorporating everything into their daily life. I think that's probably one of the bigger complaints that I get when I am first working with someone is, okay, these oils are great, but what do I do with them? How do I use them? How do I incorporate them into my daily life? So the more that you can help someone do that, the more success you'll find in growing your business. Because you'll help people to use the essential oils and products more effectively. they'll get better health, and, you know, of course, they'll be, you know, hopefully getting on the LRP system, which there's an awesome section on the LRP program in the back of this pamphlet, and we'll get to that. But really, this is just to help you get successful, you know, this to help them live more successfully, right? And then also for you and your business. So the next page, if we can get there, my computer's just a little bit slow. All right, the next section is on healthy weight and exercise, which this is a really useful section as well. You know, who doesn't want to know how to have a good fitness plan here? And then also as part of the morning routine, you know, On Guard toothpaste, the, you know, Virage facial kit, Salon Essentials, you know, things, you know, shampoo and conditioner. Again, just tons of ideas here on how to use the different things from doTERRA in your daily life. And I've actually drawn on some of this. I've been like, oh, this, you know, this looks really good. So, I mean, I've used their mouthwash recipes here. I've used their bathroom freshener. And, you know, obviously I use the Virage facial kit, you know, so, I mean, there's going to be different things that you've used here, and you'll be able to speak to those things and give personal experiences with your folks when you're talking to them. But again, then there's just lots of ideas here to work on. So we've got exercise, we've got the morning routine. We'll come to the next page. A zillion years later on my computer. Okay, here's the emotional balance page. This one, I always have a lot of fun talking about this one. I love the emotions kit that doTERRA offers. I do also like to mention, though, at this point, that all of the essential oils can be supportive for your emotions. I think most of us are familiar with that at this point, but I think it's always wonderful to remind someone brand new to essential oils that this is, you know, that all the essential oils can really help with that. And there's that handy guide that, let's see, what, I always forget what it's called exactly, but, oh yeah, just emotions and essential oils. So it's a handy guide that they can use if they want to go towards that. But just using essential oils for different health issues will usually help with emotional balance as well. But these are a great place to start, and so this is one idea that you could offer to them. But are there any questions or comments so far? Yep, go ahead.
Megan, just quickly, I made you a host, so I can't change the mute anymore, but there's a little bit of background noise, so you may want to mute a little bit.
Oh, is there? It might be from me, just saying. Are you hearing like children screaming in the background and playing?
Yeah. Okay, that's you. Okay.
If you give me 1 second, let me go shut my window.
It's not bad. Okay, it's not bad.
Haha, I've shut out the world now. Sorry about that, folks. Just trying to get some natural breeze into my house because we had a gorgeous storm today, and so it was bringing in some nice fresh air. Anyway, but now everybody's playing outside and being noisy. All right. And then, okay, so back to what we were talking about. So emotional balance, so there's ideas for that. And then also ideas here for kids, which that's important. You know, we just had an awesome call on using oils for going back to school. Another thing to mention too, you know, in addition to this guide, right? When you're talking to someone new, absolutely recommend that they come on the Tuesday night calls, because that is a wonderful space where they can come, ask questions, learn about essential oils some more, you know, especially specific topics. You know, I get different people that come on at different times because they're like, oh, you know, you're doing a call on cancer or skincare, you know, all these different topics. And so people will be interested in those different things. And it's a handy way to learn more and then, you know, send them recordings and things like that. So remember the resources that you already have from our team. And if you need help, you know, sending out recordings or whatever, if you have any questions, always ask. And, you know, we'll be more than happy to help you with that. But here's some great suggestions. You know, I don't think we mentioned, you know, I think we did mention some of these on the call that we just had. You know, Intune's awesome. That's for focus. You know, having the chewable tablets, the IQ Mega, these things are obviously helpful for back to school because it's going to help with your kids' health. You want your kids to stay healthy. So those are ideas. And then let's move on. Okay. So cleanse and restore. We just did a cleanse back in, it was like for most of June and then part of July. So that would be a fantastic thing to share with somebody. And again, more ideas on here, how to cleanse, you know, yourself, and then also basic cleaning in the house. You know, you got stain remover, glass cleaner, you know, so just more ideas. So let's scan through here. Sorry, there's quite a bit. It's actually a really big guide. There's 16 pages to it, so it's pretty big, which is nice because you want to give people lots of ideas on how to use the oils. Not overwhelm them, but you do want to give them lots of ideas. It's nice to do. And then we've got on the go. So, you know, when you're out and about, you know, hand sanitizer and stuff, you never know what you're touching. You don't want to think about that too much, but hey, you know, here's some options for that. Diaper bag essentials, keychain favorites, lots of good things there. And then for sleep, you know, Peaceful Rest favorites. So we've got some good, you know, some really nice blends here. Some different things you can put in your diffuser. So one more ideas. Let's see, what's next? Oh, I think we went just a little too far. One moment. Let's see. Okay, what was before that? Make sure I didn't skip a page here. So, all right. Okay, so I was on the right page. Sorry about that. Okay, so back here then, so after we've gone through all the ideas, all the different, you know, just kind of the different scenarios of how they could use the oils and products throughout the day, then you actually have a nice section back here where they can write down their goals. So up here we have write down your health priorities and find solutions. You know, so you can definitely have the person you're meeting with write down what they're trying to do, you know, their top health priorities, and then they can write down what products do they have, and then what are some other additional products to help support them and what they're trying to do. And then you can create a plan, and this is actually a really quite good one. So what could they do in the morning, the afternoon, the evening? It can correspond with, you know, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, however they want to do it. Honestly, I think you should be using the oils more than that, so definitely encourage that, because the more you use the oils, the better you're going to feel. Let's be real. Wow, that rhymed. And then also down here, just some more things you can write down for, you know, what other wellness choices can you be making to help you have better health. So down in there would especially fit things like, you know, exercise. You should be exercising at least 3 times a week, right? Probably more than that. And then how about diet changes? Anything like that. So you can use this, and it really is a nice thing just to help people plan things out and get a better idea of what they want to be doing. And then over here on this side, as we see, there are a lot of really good suggestions. So you even have kind of little mini reference guide back here in the guide. So, you know, here's the health priorities. So if you want to take care of your adrenals, your brain, memory, mood, you know, what else? Skin, sleep, anything. Also, you know, some really awesome basic things that people are going to have questions about. And then it has essential oils for it, as well as supplements. I think this is a really handy guide. And so be sure to use that. Just because, again, this is a wonderful resource. Don't spend too much time reinventing the wheel. Use what's already out there. And so this is actually one of my favorite parts of the Live Guide. This is probably one of the best explanations for the loyalty rewards program that I've ever seen. And it's nice, it's written down, and you can hand it to somebody when you're talking to them so they can have a nice reference right there. Because I get a lot of questions about the LRP system, because, you know, there's little things about that. This is kind of, you know, this is one of the foundations, I think, of a doTERRA business. And if you don't understand the LRP system, then how are you going to let people understand, you know, other people understand it? So the more you understand it, the better you can help people. And this is a really good explanation. So if anybody has questions about it, look this up, because it's helped me quite a bit. Especially if you look up here in the top right corner of the page, kind of at all the different percentages, right? I think it explains it pretty well. And then it's pretty neat. So with the doTERRA membership, you're getting 25% back, right? You automatically get the 25% off in price. And then if you do the LRP system and eventually work your way up to getting 30% back in points, well, that's 55% back in savings. I mean, that's a pretty cool number to be able to share with people. And it's real. So, I mean, you know, these are real numbers here, and it's pretty neat. And then it has some of the basic questions, you know, the frequently asked questions section, of course. And so, again, it's really helpful. And then down here in the very bottom, it has a really good guide here, too, of showing you what are the values that your LRP order needs to be in order to qualify for different things. What does it need to be to increase in percentage that you get back in points? What does it need to be to simply hold points? What does it need to be to earn points? And then what does it also need to be to earn commissions? So it really has everything you need to explain the LRP system to somebody new. And also for you if you're struggling with anything, with any of the different aspects of it. So that's really helpful. So definitely show them that if you decide to use the Live Guide. And then over here, we have essential oil tips. So you have things on safety, you've got the effectiveness. So up here, you know, I like how it says different oils work for different people. When you're not getting results, try different oils or try different application methods. You know, if you've only been trying it topically, maybe try the oils internally. So just some different things there. I think it's really cool and very thorough. And then over here, kind of as an extension of the LRP system, then they talk about foundational nutrition with big savings, which I think most of us on here have had some pretty fabulous experience with the Lifelong Vitality Pack. And as part of the LRP system, right? That's the only way that you can get the LLV. And then also, too, with being able to pick out 3 additional supplements at really reduced prices. I mean, I think it's drastically reduced when you get it as part of the LLV. So make sure that you tell people that, because that's always a wonderful thing. And of course, right now, as you all remember, we're having the promotion from doTERRA that sign up with 100 PV order this month. Next month, do a 100 PV LRP order, then they get a free Lifelong Vitality. So it's just such a good deal. But all these things are covered in the Live Guide. And let me see, I think that might be it. Is there one more page? I think that's it. Oh, okay, well, here on the very back, on the very end, then you can put in your information. I'm guessing at that point that they will probably already have your information, because you should absolutely have phone numbers exchanged at this point and be talking to them, texting, calling, all those good things. And but just in case, if for whatever reason, you could put your information in here, and then they can get in touch with you faster. So here, let me just stop share for a moment, so we can actually see each other. There we go. But that's the Live Guide, and so I hope that helps you guys, and or gals, whatever. But I just find that a really helpful guide, just because, again, it really systematically goes over all the main points of the doTERRA system. Talks about all the products, essential oils, talks about the Lifelong Vitality Pack, and then it also goes over the loyalty rewards program, which is really important not only for them and their health, but also for you and your business. Because in order to have a really strong doTERRA business, you want to be really taking advantage of the loyalty rewards program for yourself, obviously, right? You can't get commissions if you're not using it. And then also using it for your team members to help encourage volume. So, but that is the Live Guide. Are there any questions or comments on it?
Megan, I have one comment, and I just thought about it today, so I don't know if it's going to work. But I have somebody who just signed up, and she's part of a large family, and the mom signed up. And what I'm going to try to do with her is actually go and talk to her whole entire family. And the kids are old at this point. But I was thinking, how much more effective it would be to actually not only do it and follow up with the person who bought, but also with the rest of the family. So yes. I'm going to try it. I don't know if it's going to work, but just thought.
No, I think that's a wonderful thought. And I've actually been finding that for myself too, just as the more you can involve the families of someone who's getting started with essential oils, I do believe the success rate for them with the essential oils are going to go way up. Because I don't know about you folks, but I do find that oftentimes when you sign someone up with essential oils and get them going, they may be a little bit shy using them with their families. And so they may be struggling to use them with kids. Maybe even their spouse might be kind of like, what are you using? What are those? They smell funny. And so, but the more you can get the family involved and really make it a team effort there, there's going to be a lot more success, and they'll be using them more, which then will help their health more. And then it helps you more, of course, with your business. And so it really is a win-win situation. So let us know how that goes, Anne Marie. I think that's going to be great.
Yeah.
I've sat down with a mom before and gone through all of her kids. I know Christy's done this too. Gone through all of the kids and what their issues were, and written down a plan for each one, and what was going to work, and what they wanted to try, what they wanted to order the next month. When you sit down and come up with a plan like that, it's great. But I love doing that with different family members. It's absolutely a way to involve everyone and get them maybe a little more, incorporating the lifestyle.
Yes, I love that, and I'm glad that you've already been doing that. Because, again, the more support you can give to someone and when they're just starting their journey with essential oils, the better. Because, again, I think people really are just starting to get familiar with these. And so the more support you give them, the better. And of course, who doesn't? Why shouldn't we get the entire family involved in the process? Because we want their health to get better, too.
And if a mom is using different oils with different kids or different family members or with her husband or whatever, she's going to have experience with all of those different oils. So she's just really broadening her knowledge, instead of just using one oil for one issue that she has, where she's really, it's really kind of jumping in and gaining so much more knowledge than just what she might use personally.
Yes. No, and that's true. That is so true. I mean, the same goes for, me in terms of hearing all of your experiences, right? We learn really from working with other people and seeing other people's experiences. And so that's absolutely a wonderful aspect of it too. The more experience you have working with other people, the more you learn, and that's wonderful. Because again, yeah, go ahead.
I say a lot of times kids are, especially, I don't know, younger ones, they're just so into it that might also help someone, might help the mom keep doing it. You know what I mean? The kid likes to diffuse at night. Yeah, I mean, you're motivated anyway if they're having an issue to use the oils. But, if the kids like them, then that's even, that's a bonding thing in and of itself, even without using a touch method.
Absolutely. No, that's true. Absolutely. Like, I think it's really neat. I was had a wonderful experience actually at the girls' camp that I was just at, where one of my friends who also went to the camp every night, like her daughter was also attending, and every night her daughter would come to our cabin and be like, "Mom, can I have the lavender, please? Like, can I just take the lavender?" And so, but she would start, she put lavender on her daughter, and then her daughter's friends started coming with her to the cabin every night, and I watched. It was so fun. And so I thought that was really neat. But it's true. The more you can get your kids into it, the better it makes it for you, because then, you're not having to fight with them. They're like, this stinks, or whatever. But, getting them used to it, and then it just strengthens your experience. So I love that. Thanks. Okay. Any other comments or questions about, or any other tips that you've all have had when following up with new people?
I have a completely unrelated comment, and that is that you are so beautiful, Megan.
Aww.
Just watching you and listening to you do your spiel, and now and then you say some funny things, and I just love you. So that's all. Totally unrelated and not helpful, but sending you some love.
Well, you know what? That is helpful. That just like boosted my ego up through the roof. So thank you. I love it. That made my night. Thank you very much. Gosh, I'm probably like going to turn bright red or something. I'll go put on some peppermint and make myself cool down here. All right. Well, it's about 7:54, so why don't we start closing up for the evening. Thank you very much to everybody who came on the call tonight. Thanks to Anna Marie and everybody for your awesome comments on the first part of the call for oils. That was fantastic. And if anybody missed that, repent and go watch it right now. No, I'm kidding. Anyway, the recording will be up later, so we'll put it up, and that's wonderful information. And we'll hear more in the coming weeks. I know Christy will do an awesome presentation on oils in the classroom. And then next week I'll have the oils call, and then we'll also be hearing from Christy next week on how to run a class. So that'll be our business portion of the call next week. So please come on. It's going to be fabulous. I know that Christy has really good experience there, and she has this down to a science, I swear. So please come on next week. You won't be sorry.
You mean I have to talk 2 weeks in a row?
You got to talk 2 weeks in a row.
You got it. You got it, girl.
You're just so
okay.
good. We can't help but ask you to do things anymore. Sorry. That's what happens when you do stuff.
Thanks so much, Megan. Would you mind actually stopping the recording? If we could stay on for just 5 more minutes, guys, that'd be awesome.
All right. One moment. Well, let me finish up. Good night, everybody. That's for the recording.
Good night. Thank you.
Goodbye.